Northwestern students are known for creating their own opportunities, even when they don't actually exist. Consider the extraordinary journey of one student who came to campus 4 years ago with a dream. She wanted to join the Northwestern University Wildcat Marching Band to be part of the action at Ryan Field. But she wasn't interested in playing a musical instrument. This student had other ideas. From his perch, Dan Ferris, Northwestern's Director of Athletic Bands, speaks to his flock.
1, 3, 1, 2, 3.
He has what he needs, a bird's eye view of his musicians in formation. He can also see this. On the edge of the configuration, a young woman is practicing her routine, but she is not a separate act. As about 145 students move their feet and play instruments, she moves her whole body and masters a baton, integrating everything she does with the motion and music of the entire band. This is a story of a student who helped create something new. She is Lauren Maginity, the twirler for the Wildcat Marching Band.
I pretty much never just come across someone that agrees with me right away that's a sport, unless they're in baton twirling as well or something similar to it.
Lauren Maginity has spent a good part of her life taking baton twirling quite seriously. When she was just 4 years old, she began taking dance lessons.
And I really liked it. And my mom could see that I really liked it, so she thought, why not try something else that was related and see if I like that too.
That something else, baton twirling, would lead Lauren to win numerous state and regional tournaments, starting in elementary school and continuing through high school.
This one's called a figure 8. It's just a very basic twirl. It's going in front and behind you.
We asked her to walk and talk us through some of her skills, from the basics of 1 baton to 2 batons.
So this is basically a horizontal figure 8. We just call them flat twirls. Where this one can be doing a vertical figure 8. So then you're worrying about keeping the different patterns going.
To get this, 3 batons.
A lot of the thing is trying to stay in place, which I know in juggling you're trying to as well.
And then she adds dance. Watch, as Lauren explains a section she choreographed to match the movements of the marching band.
Well, the music really adds a lot because the band will, they'll move to the music a lot and they move their formation, so then I have to move with them. Things like this, sometimes tossing, doing tricks underneath, having to know how far it's moving. It's really with the music, how much time the band has to move to their spots.
The long drills of baton and band have been an important part of Lauren's Northwestern experience. The funny thing is, when Lauren was accepted to Northwestern 4 years ago, the marching band didn't have a twirler and hadn't had one for years.
I really did want to try and get the spot open. I contacted Mr. Ferris, the director of the marching band. It's an important thing in my life. It had been with me since I was 4. I wasn't ready to give it up yet.
But director Dan Ferris wasn't so sure.
I was a little bit skeptical. We hadn't had a twirler in a long time.
Coming up, the story of how Lauren Maginity convinced the band director it was time to bring a baton to the playing field. As a senior in high school, Lauren Maginity had a dilemma.
I decided that Northwestern is where I wanted to be, no matter what happened. Even if there was no baton twirling spot that I could get, I was still going to come.
She wanted to twirl baton for her dream school, Northwestern. But the marching band hadn't had a twirler for years. The only way she could make it happen was to convince this man, band director Dan Ferris.
I might fall over and play dead, I don't know. So everybody's going, please, can we do that?
I emailed him then, and we set up a live audition.
She had a great attitude. Her performance was great. She was very entertaining to watch, and I thought she was a good fit for our group.
And then he shook my hand and said, "Welcome to marching band." I didn't know what to say. I just thank you over and over and over again.
For Lauren, the challenge was to do more than parallel the band with a twirling performance. It was to show fellow band members that her baton work was a meaningful component.
She's a dancer, she's a musician, she plays the flute. You can tell that her routines aren't just tricks, throwing the baton in the air. It really fits with the music.
All the hard work and all the practicing come down to this. On game day, it's the band's job to create a spirit and rev up the crowd for victory. It is late September and the Wildcats are taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Lauren and her band members are dressed. When halftime comes, it's showtime, their turn to take the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Northwestern University Wildcat Marching Band. Teacher Twirler, Maginity.
Not every game is the same, so sometimes, there's just general clapping. Today was really cool just to have those people specifically clapping. I could tell, I would throw something high, that's when they would yell. It was really cool.
As pleased as Lauren is today, her feelings are also bittersweet. She knows the clock is running down on her time as the baton twirler at Northwestern.
This is the best experience I've had all 4 years. Marching band and being on that field, those are my best memories from college so far. And I want to be here forever.
But even as she goes through her last football season, she knows her gifts with the baton brought something special to the games, and something special to her entire college experience. Still, in the end, Laura Maginity sees herself not as the standout performer, but ultimately as a member of the band. And that is what she's going to miss the most.